Hey guys, what's going on? We're going to take a look at one it's kind of an odd one. It's called EndlessOS. I'm not sure why they call it endless, but that's what they call it. So we're going to take just a real quick look. And if you're familiar with like your Android phone, this looks like something that would be fairly similar to Android, is the way the desktop is set up and everything. You got a little search function here. Anything you want to find, you just click here. Like I had to reset the display, so I just typed in display, hit enter, and it pulls up information here. Give it a second. Hopefully it pulls up information here. It's supposed to. It did last time. There we go. Okay, it actually went out on the internet. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to find my display settings. Okay, here we go. Settings, there you go. You just type it in and it pulls it up. You see I reset the resolution to 1440 by 900 just to make it smaller so we could see what's going on. I'm not really sure what they're basing this desktop off of. By the way this looks, I am going to guess GNOME, because this is looking like very GNOME-ish right here. Let's check out some backgrounds as long as we're in here. Yeah, they got some pretty cool backgrounds. There's a hummingbird, that's pretty cool. A beach. That looks kind of pretty. Let's select that one. That looks nice. But yeah, just the way this looks with your notifications and lock screen and all this, it's looking like it's probably GNOME. That would be my best guess. But they have it kind of set up different. You see they have a lot of apps on the desktop, so you really don't have to search for them. If you want more apps, there's a button here you click, more apps, and it'll bring this up. Here's everything, or you can just click install. This will show you what's installed. They have quite a few things installed on here. They got Brazzaro there for burning CDs and DVDs, Evolution for your mail client, yeah, GNOME for images. Yeah, this is definitely probably GNOME 3. GNOME clock, GNOME calculator. Yeah, this is going to be GNOME 3. Let's look at GNOME System Monitor. I'm just real curious here. Let's launch it. I'm just curious just what we're doing on resources. That's not too bad. 817 meg for GNOME. Yeah. That's not bad. GNOME is normally running around a gig. So yeah, that's reasonable. Fairly reasonable. But yeah, this, it's interesting the way this is. Here's our terminal. We can launch our terminal. And let's go ahead and I'll make this a little bigger so we can see it. Get it up here, get decent size. Okay, we'll do a uname TAC A. And you can see it's running kernel 5.0.0 TAC 25 generic. When I looked up online how to run this in VirtualBox, it said to run it as Ubuntu 64. It didn't say it was the Ubuntu kernel, but apparently it's fairly close to Ubuntu. But you can see there's quite a few apps on here you can download. And, it's a fairly pretty software center. Not bad looking. You do have this little daisy here where you can go into your settings, where we were just at. And you can see, this is very much your GNOME 3 settings. Everything will be right in here. Contacts, disks. To install this, they have something that's called a reformat. They don't really have an installer. So you'll click your reformat. This is what you're going to be looking at. EndlessOS 3.6 Basic. You click Next. And pick your hard disk. which right now that's our VirtualBox hard disk. You agree to everything. There are terms, believe it or not, which I'm not crazy about, but it is what it is. Then you'll click next and it'll go ahead and install everything. But yeah, I mean, media, you can get Spotify. Doesn't have Spotify by default. Social, you can get Skype if you need it. There's your Gmail, Twitter. To me, this is very kind of like Chrome OS. I'm thinking, because the way it's set up, I mean, you got your YouTube, you got your Chromium browser, they're using Google. So in my way of thinking, this is very Chrome OS. You can pull this down. It gives you some information. You can search on animals or cooking or just different things. Kind of an Explorer tab up here. But if you had someone who's used to an Android phone, and we can go ahead. Here's Documents. Documents, Downloads, Music. There's all your basic Linux files right here. You can open up. There's Wallpapers, empty. If you had someone who's used to using an Android phone or a Chromebook, and you wanted to install this on a laptop or even a desktop computer, this might be a good one to put on for them. It's very, very simplified desktop, very easy to find stuff. Like I said, you can just search. It's right there. Might be a good alternative to some of the more complicated Linux distros out there. Like I said, according to what I read, it's based on Ubuntu. 64-bit, because that's what I set it up in VirtualBox as. But I wanted to do just a real quick look here, kind of let you guys see here. You got your basic GNOME calendar, date, time, everything. Might be an option for some of you guys. I know my Debian KDE install isn't going anywhere anytime soon. I really love it. But, not everyone is really into stuff like that much. So this may be just the cat's meow if you got a tween, say a 12-year-old, 13-year-old kid with a laptop. Maybe it's a Windows 7. And since that's going bye-bye January, you may need an alternative operating system. And this would work great. I mean, you got your Facebook, your YouTube, all the things kids are into, everything that they like to do. Music player. There's like your Google apps and everything, your Twitter. So this may be a decent little operating system to throw on a laptop or a desktop for a kid, or even maybe someone who's older and isn't really all that computer literate, but they want to do their Facebook and YouTube and, maybe you got a wife or an older parent, and they just need to get on the internet to, check their Gmail. Maybe they got a Gmail account they need to check, or they want to do some little bit of tweeting, or, see the grandkids through Skype or something. This could be the perfect distro for that. It seems to be fairly solid, seems to have a lot of good things, VLCs you can get. A lot of stuff isn't installed out of the box. You got to get it. But it makes it fairly easy to get. So, might be a good way to go. EndlessOS, give it a look. I'll post a link to their website down below if anyone's interested in learning more about it. So, like I always say, either we stand up for our rights or we can sit by and watch them go away. Y'all have an awesome rest of the day. We'll talk to you later. TN.Frank out of here.